Hey guys, how you doing? This is Shock. I'm a cager today, but thank goodness the guy called. He said my motorcycle's ready. And of course it's ready today when we're supposed to get rain in Southern California. It always works out that way. Hey listen, I've been doing some research on Israel and Iran. And I don't know guys, I think they're going to war. Let me go through some things with you. And before I do, a lot of what I'm going to be talking about, you can listen to this on the radio show. Now get this, we did a radio show with, yes, the world famous Ray Comfort, and but we also had the world famous Pastor George. And towards the end of the show, Pastor George talked about Iran and Israel and different predictions on, and also the Israeli mindset. Do you know the Western mindset, how we think and how politics is totally different than the Israeli mindset? So below this video on the bottom or on the right, click more info and you're going to see the link there. It'll take you to my radio station, and you'll see the show there. It's titled Proof Atheism and Evolution Are in Error. But that's the show where towards the end we had an open mic and people were really interested in what Pastor George said. And as a matter of fact, I have a clip of what he said on my channel here, but you can just hear it at the radio show when you click more info. And it went to one of my most popular clips because people were fascinated with what I'm about to read you. And definitely go there. Don't forget, when you're done listening to this, you go to that link and have your speakers up and you can hear. You could even download it for free in MP3 format. So check this out. I have here in my hand some research that I've been doing about Israel. And listen to this. It says as many as 100 F-16 and F-15 warplanes, that's a lot of planes, were involved in flying long-range missions supported by air refueling tankers. They were alongside specially configured Israeli helicopters with long-range fuel tanks which practice rescuing downed combat aircrew. Israel's getting ready. They're getting ready to ready those F-16s and F-15. It says this exercise, well here it is. It says this exercise is a practice Israeli attack mission. And it says no Israeli attack mission would be possible without the approval of Washington, as it controls the airspace over Iraq. And you know what? Let's take the short way. I'm going to go this way. Through which Israeli planes would have to fly on a direct attack path. Now, it says Israel is the only nuclear power in the Middle East. And what's happening here is Israel wants to keep it that way. If I was Israel, I would want to do the same thing. Now, let's see what else I can show you here. It says, asked if Israel was capable of taking military action against Iran, Olmert said, Israel always has to be in a position to defend itself against any adversary, and against any threat of any kind. Now, the problem is that Ayatollah Khomeini, Ayatollah Ahmed Khatami, they're saying if enemies, this is what Iran's basically saying, if enemies, especially Israelis, they don't like the Israelis, and their supporters in the United States want to use a language of force, they should rest assured, it says, that they will receive a strong blow in the mouth. That's what it says. Ayatollah Ahmed Khatami, a senior cleric, said in weekly prayers held on Friday. Now get this. Recently Biden, let me get that article. Recently Biden, and by the way, how long have I been speaking? 5 minutes and 16 seconds. Recently, Biden was speaking with George Stephanopoulos, and the Obama administration has not really changed really what the Bush administration has done. Have you noticed that Obama also recently renewed the Patriot Act, which shocked, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it shocked Obama's liberal supporters, because they hate the Patriot Act, and Obama's like, I'm just going to sign right here, you know. So Obama basically stabbed his constituents in the back, the liberals, by extending the Patriot Act. Well, get this. It says White House officials said that the vice president's remarks, because they asked him about Israel, and basically Biden's like, hey, Israel can do what they want. They're like, the Obama administration's giving Israel the okay to attack Iran. Listen, Biden's remarks demonstrated only U.S. allowance of Israeli sovereignty, I should say, and not a change of policy on the part of the Obama administration. You notice, just because Obama's in there and now Bush isn't, they still have the same policy where they look at Israel as the allies. Look, it says Biden told ABC reporter, let me let this guy go in front of George Stephanopoulos, that Israel has the right to determine its own course of action with regard to the Iranian nuclear threat, regardless of what the Obama administration chooses to do. You notice how Obama's walking this kind of like a tightrope here, where he's trying to not show support outwardly in the media towards Israel, but yet secretly they're allowing Israel to do what they want to do. Look, Biden says Israel can determine for itself. It's a sovereign nation. What's in their interest and what they decide to do relative to Iran and anyone else. Now, Stephanopoulos posed the question to Biden 3 times, trying to get him to basically say, you know, well, are you just going to allow Israel to attack Iran? Look, Stephanopoulos posed the question to Biden 3 times, and each time, listen guys, Biden repeated that Israel was free to choose its actions. And Biden even went as far to say, I mean, basically they're giving Israel the right to attack Iran. And they're going to possibly do surgical strikes to Iran's nuclear facilities. Why do you think the United States has moved missiles and missile defense into the Persian Gulf? They just did that. They know something's going to happen. It says, if the Netanyahu government, Biden says, decides to take a course of action different than the one being pursued now, that is their sovereign right to do that. That is not our choice. Ladies and gentlemen, Israel has the go-ahead from the Obama administration to attack. They're going to attack. They're already doing the exercises up there with the F-16s, the F-15s. Now, this could be it, guys. Do any of us really think that Iran's just going to sit back? And that was a huge exercise. Imagine 100 jets in the air. That's how many they had. 100 F-15s, F-16s. 100 of them. Imagine like 100 of those jets flying over. Now listen, you've got to hear the radio show, especially the last 20 minutes of it. I'm going to put the link right here. Click more info, or here's another way you can do it. Okay, you go right here to shotgunowl.net, and you're going to see where it says Shock Radio. It's real big. This graphic. Click that graphic that says Shock Radio, and you'll be at the show. You'll see it there. The show where we talked about Iran and Israel, believe it or not, it was on the show that says Ray Comfort on it, about evolution and atheism.